The most glazed characters of all time, 3.
Batman with prep time is beating Jesus.
Huh? This is what I'm talking about, bro. This right here is what I'm talking about. And he might be trolling a little bit. He might be trolling, right? But these be the Batman type takes, bro.
In a 1v1. Maybe give him an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling, but the takes be like that, bro. For real.
I really felt obligated to don the mask once more and become a hater yet again. And plus, some of y'all did mention that you were waiting for this part anyways. So this video will be one of the few times where I'll break my golden rule of spamming a certain type of video. Also, get ready, because a lot of the characters in this video are heavy hitters. Because the first character we're talking about is Son Goku. Now, Goku was a very clear pick to put in this series due to the...
But can he beat Goku? That's exactly why he's here. I'm already knowing Son Goku. And then they be having him beat people that he can't beat. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them, but that was before I was educated. I used to think he could beat Superman. He's not beating Superman, but it's really not a fair comparison because Goku has had one writer, but basically one writer for his entire career up until now. Now he has another one, right? Well, not now, but you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know, RP Toriyama. And Superman has been out since like the 20s, 1920s to be exact. It's been a century, essentially, and he's had writer after writer after writer after writer after writer, and all these writers after writers after writers after writers are trying to one-up each other and have him do the most ridiculous, nonsensical things he can do ever, they could ever even think of. So that's why Superman, it is impossible for Superman to be beaten by Goku.
Fact that he's like the most popular anime character of all time. Shoot, he's one of the most popular characters in general. A pure-hearted Saiyan, protector of Earth, and contrary to popular belief, a good father. And a lot of people were wondering why I didn't put him in the last one. The main reason was because we had recently found out about Eiichiro Oda's death about 2 weeks before I made the video, and it was still fresh in my mind. So I didn't want to come off as disrespecting Dragon Ball fans so soon after the passing of a man who played a massive role in mine and many other people's childhoods. However, it's important to know that we can talk about the Goku Glazers without disrespecting the work of Eiichiro Oda. With that being said, we can start off with the infamous meme, can he beat Goku though? This meme was derived from Goku being one of the stronger characters in fiction, and boy do the Goku Glazers abuse it. Now when you hear the meme sparingly, it's pretty funny, but at a certain point it doesn't even feel like a joke anymore, and people are genuinely just implementing Goku into random conversations that didn't include him in the first place. Goku Glazers have random—
What is that? What in the niggity? When YouTube add this? That's tough. I don't even know how I pulled that up. But hold on, look, gang. Really, I gotta speak on one thing right quick. Right quick. Damn, where's that? Naruto's the best enemy, but he can— oh. I just had to read that, my fault.
Goku Glazers have ran this joke into the ground so much that the strength of Goku is seemingly the only thing that people care about nowadays. It's really unfortunate too. Y'all really be making this man look like an extremely one-dimensional character when all you do is glaze his strength and transformations. And I know that Goku is strong, but there are stronger—
Y'all be having him looking like Jin Moria, bro. Like, yeah, bro, it was nasty. It was nasty. It's definitely cooled down by now, but it was nasty.
Characters out there. If you only talk to a Goku meat writer, you think that Goku is the strongest character in fiction or something. Like, I'm sorry, but Goku isn't soloing all of Marvel or DC like some of his fans may say. Don't even get me started on Superman versus Goku. Some Goku fans will get so mad about the result of the versus battles between these two, but fail to realize that Superman was doing some crazy things throughout his runs. Superman will beat the brakes off of Goku, and that's perfectly fine. Some of these Goku Glazers dead be losing sleep over this fact. It doesn't take away anything from his character, unless of course you boiled him down to a device to make random arguments with people online about him beating other fictional characters. Goku fans will also rant about everyone copying Goku and how X character copied Goku because they're—
But Goku copied Superman. Boy, Kryptonian is just a Saiyan. I'm pretty sure Kryptonians are like much more advanced, like they were way smarter, right? Saiyans weren't, right, like, you know what I'm saying, they were more primal, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm talking about the story of the Saiyans and the story of the Kryptonians is the exact same. Their planet got destroyed. They sent Goku off. Goku landed on Earth. What happened to Kryptonians, Krypton? Their planet was getting destroyed. They put Clark in a joint, sent him to Earth. That's 1-to-1. So, I mean, hey.
hair changes color when they transform. We know that Dragon Ball Z has influenced and has inspired many authors.
It does
However,
have
calling
crazy
something a straight
influence,
up
though.
copy or
I'm not
ripoff
denying
is
that.
disingenuous to the actual creativity some of these creators have put in. Goku himself has been inspired by other characters like Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, or even Superman when you compare their origin stories.
Facts.
There's nothing wrong with inspiration. Some Goku fans just refuse to acknowledge that it exists. Then finally, the worst part about some of these Goku
It goes both ways. Anything that has been created has a derivative. It was inspired by something. So like, there's no point of like even throwing inspiration in someone's face. But I will say it is used. You can use it when, like, say we're talking about what's the greatest anime of all time or whatever. You can use it then and be like, yo, this anime is so influential because da 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 and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So that would give it points or whatever.
glazers is that some of them have never even watched Dragon Ball Z at all and just start talking about things that never actually happened. There are times where you can't even have good discussions with these guys because a lot of their claims are just baseless. The only Dragon Ball Z they've consumed is Dragon Ball Z Abridged, which is really good, don't get me wrong, but it has caused irreparable brain damage to some of these Goku fans. For our next character, we got Luffy, who doesn't really have many aspects that I see people glaze personally. A lot of Luffy glazers will often yap about him being the best character in all of fiction, which is kind of a cliff jump to me, but I can't necessarily blame someone for having that opinion. If that's what you genuinely think, you honestly got it. He's a main character.
He top 3 MCs though, for sure.
One of the biggest series of all time. His personality and characterization has never been portrayed as annoying to me, and his development in response to trauma over the series has been great. A lot of the time though, the Luffy fans and the Naruto glazers will have wars over whose ideals are better while trying to dunk on the others. Actually, both try to put down other characters while being obnoxious about their own. I just ain't put the Naruto glazers in this video because they so happen to be less in number, and I guess we should address the 800-year-old elephant in the room, Gear 5.
What you mean less in number? I know he's just talking about the glazers. You see how the glaze popped up on me as soon as he said that? I know he's just talking about the glazers and not the fans, because the fans, boy, Naruto fans is stupid deep. Don't do that, boy. Don't do no. Well, yeah, because Naruto himself, if we're talking about character for character, a lot of people like other characters more than Naruto. Like, in show perspective, a lot of people like Sasuke over Naruto, or maybe Neji over Naruto, or maybe Shikamaru over Naruto, or somebody. A lot of Naruto side characters are liked more than Naruto by the fans, right? And One Piece is just not like that. I think Luffy is a lot more likable than a lot of his crewmates, or really anyone else you could like in the show, like a Law or something like that.
This transformation has to be the most hyped up thing in the anime community in the last 5 years or so. The way people were yapping about this being the best transformation of all time is flagrant. They said that this transformation was gonna break the internet like UI Goku. It didn't. And at this
Hold on. I got that. I was pausing a lot. Hold on, no. That's not really a fair comparison though, because Ultra Instinct came out in the anime first, right? Ultra Instinct, they dropped Ultra Instinct. Boom! Of course it's gonna go viral if we never seen it in the manga. Whereas Gear 5, it came out like 2.5, 3 years before it ever came out on screen in the manga. Obviously, it's not gonna break the internet. We know it's coming. We know what it is. We know it's coming. We know what it is. Its first appearance was on paper, and it still went stupid viral. They was talking about it on the news. Like, you know what I'm saying? They was making murals of it before it even touched the screen. So I think that's a very, very false comparison. I've had this conversation multiple times with my guys. I just think you can't compare the two, right? Because, you know what I'm saying? What if Gear 5 had came on the screen unexpectedly before it was ever even teased in the manga or anything? You know what I'm saying?
Transformation was better than Super Saiyan. It isn't. Matter of fact, if you know anyone who believes that Gear 5 is over Super Saiyan, disassociate with them rapidly or check them into a mental institute. Moreover, the actual abilities of the transformation itself get meat-ridden even more because Luffy has Toon Force, which is a term that's been overused so much that it lost its meaning. There are clearly levels to Toon Force, from Looney Tunes nonsense to making sunglasses out of thin air. Like, Luffy's Toon Force is clearly weaker than what Bugs Bunny can do, and I don't want anyone to talk about this statement and say that Luffy equals Popeye in terms of Toon Force. You are.
I'm not gonna lie, that's what they had me thinking. The Twitter demons had me thinking this, because they was making a little video of like Naruto versus Luffy, and Naruto uses a Rasengan and Luffy turns it to a basketball, starts dribbling through his legs and dunks on him. I was thinking he had that type of power. Mind you, again, this was this all stemmed from the manga. It wasn't animated yet at this time when I was seeing, when they was talking like this. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh wow, they gave him Looney Tunes Toon Force. Oh wow, it might really be up for Naruto. Whole time I actually wait to watch it. I watch it, I see it. I'm like, you still not being Naruto.
Lying. Luffy's Toon Force gets used so much that apparently this guy could be anyone just because of it. You can make a whole argument complete with all the
I do theorize, I have a theory where he's going to be able to beat a lot of people by the end of the series because of this powers that stem from his Gear 5 awakening. I do believe that though. I definitely believe he's going to be able to beat people like Goku level with that power by the end of the
sources
series.
and citations and write a 25-page paper, and a Luffy Glazer will say that Toon Force solos. These guys ignore the fact that he still arguably could have lost to Kaido if Kaido hadn't been fighting so long before his encounter with Gear 5. But you know, my gripe isn't with just Luffy meat riders whatsoever. It's with a greater force than that. I have gripes with those who glaze Oda himself. Now, in the comments of the last video, I saw someone talk about Oda, the author of One Piece, being in the discussion for one of the most glazed characters of all time. Now, Oda isn't a character at all. He's in fact a real person, but I don't really care. I'm making an exception. It's my video. Firstly, I probably should address that I'm not a One Piece hater at all. Like, I think some of y'all believe that I genuinely hate One Piece when I enjoy it quite a bit. Someone finna be like, oh, this guy always talks about One Piece, he must be obsessed. And that's true. I like the series a lot. I should clarify more often what I do hate about One Piece though, and it's not even the series itself. It's the nonsense that a lot of One Piece fans say, and they say a lot of it. Like, for example, to some
One Piece fans really rose in the rankings of annoying fandoms though. You know what I'm saying? After like, I say like the 2022 area, 2021, 2022 area, One Piece fans really rose into that level of annoying fandom. It used to be, I ain't gonna lie, it used to be My Hero. My Hero fans used to be annoying all the time. One Piece fans might have, really every fandom is a bit annoying, but like them One Piece boy, whew, Jesus Christ.
Some people, Oda is like a god to them and have nicknamed him Goda, which is crazy meat gobbling, but I can pass it off as a joke. But for some unbeknownst reason, some believe that Oda can actually do no wrong and he's some mastermind who's played all of One Piece since the 90s. If you believe this, you're just blatantly ignorant. The original plan for One Piece was something like Luffy going to the Grand Line, fighting the 4 emperors, finding the One Piece, and calling it a story from there. There were no warlords, supernovas, none of that. Oda is just that good of a writer that he's had idea after idea after idea that he could help build upon in the plot. Like, do you seriously believe that Oda knew what Egghead was gonna look like in 2001? It's actually more.
No. I think they even said Oda was like, they asked him about it, is like the thing I like about the series the most is whatever I'm feeling, I can write it. If I want a sports island, I can make a sports island. If I want a medieval island, I can make a medieval island. And I can do that whenever I want. I think he literally said that. I think he also said that the show originally wasn't supposed to go past Marineford. So, yeah.
More impressive that he's able to create ideas on the fly like this. Apparently, he created the supernovas in a short amount of time to make the Sabaody arc more robust. There's nothing wrong with this. A lot of authors have done this in the past when they get suggested an idea, like Kishimoto with Sasuke. Another thing I think gets dragged a lot by Oda Glazers is foreshadowing. Like, I could go more in depth into another video if y'all want, but Oda is an amazing writer, so he's been able to make the plot work without something like Haki not being fully fleshed out, or make callbacks to past arcs like Skypiea to make Gear 5 even more special. I love the man's work, but geez, y'all be going overboard with how much y'all believe Oda had everything planned. Before I move into the Quattro Espada, if you're enjoying the video so far and you're new, you might as well subscribe. Anyways, on to Ulquiorra, who has to be a top 3 most glazed character in all of Bleach. I don't know.
They glaze this show, boy. They be glazing the boy. I'm talking about 2 knees on ground, 2 hands on meat. Ugh. Boy, like, I understand it's a part of the big 3. It's a part of a lot of people's childhoods. You know what I'm saying? It was a gateway anime for a lot of things. It's very influential. I understand all that. This hoe is not touching the other 2 of the big 3, brother. It's just not. It's just not realistically. It's kind of very accurate to the Miami Heat big 3. LeBron is Naruto. D Wade is One Piece. And Chris Bosh would be Bleach. Now that's pretty accurate.
When it happened, but some of y'all be talking about this Ulquiorra guy like he's really one of the top tiers in the verse. Y'all be putting him in Espada gauntlets and people will legitimately say that he runs through them all. And we all know what Ulquiorra glazers cling on to too, his segunda etapa. This form has caused so many people to say that Ulquiorra is secretly the strongest Espada, which he isn't. The common argument is that Ulquiorra says that Aizen doesn't know about his 2nd stage, and so his number 4 ranking isn't accurate, and therefore he's the strongest, and he fought Ichigo and yada 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 yada. Just because Ulquiorra thinks that Aizen doesn't know about his resurrection doesn't mean that Aizen actually doesn't know. This man Aizen created the Arrancar and the Espada with the Hogyoku. And not only that, he planned all of Ichigo's fights in the previous arcs to make sure Ichigo got stronger. One of these fights was against Ulquiorra. So you Ulquiorra fans are telling me that Aizen planned all of this and just never knew that Ulquiorra had a second stage. Does it make sense for a mastermind to plan something for someone and not know the full extent of all the pieces in the plan? Imagine you're helping a friend with a game you created, and there's a final boss you want him to be able to beat. Prior to this boss, there are a series of other enemies they should learn how to beat to make sure they are prepared for the final boss. And then there's one boss in the game that just happened to have a second stage that you didn't know about, even though you created the game. It just doesn't make sense. Your number is correlated with your strength.
I really hate how they nerfed, who they nerfed, Radon? I hate how they just did that. I'm pretty sure it was Radon. I hate how they nerfed Radon, because it's like, why? It's not like no one could beat Radon. Radon was getting beat. I don't know why they took it upon themselves as developers to nerf him and then keep him that way for all future players. I don't like that at all. It makes that's trash.
Therefore, Stark, Haribel, Baragon, and Yami are all
Stark
stronger than Ulquiorra because their numbers are higher than his. Haribel might be suspect though, but for the sake of the agenda, we're putting her above him too. I know he looks cool and he had a cool dynamic with Ichigo with the idea of trying to make Ichigo give up, but he can still be all those things while also not being the #1 Espada, which he isn't. Next up, we have the King of Curses, Sukuna, who's gotta be the second most glazed character in the series after Gojo. Honestly, if it weren't for Gojo existing, Sukuna would clear everyone in JJK in terms of the most meat-ridden character. Shoot, the author himself, Gege, is a Sukuna glazer. Sukuna has been portrayed to be the strongest sorcerer in history since the second episode, so some of the things are justified. But if you've read the manga, you know that this man Sukuna has had a roller coaster for his character for the past year. Spoilers for the current arc of the manga.
Tripping. Skip to 10-2. You talking about, boy? What you talking about manga for, brother? You tripping, brother? Talking about manga.
This guy. At least with Gojo Glazers, they have a win con in Infinity and Hollow Purple, so they can actually be annoying with his cross-verse battles. Sukuna has strong fire and strong cuts. He's not hurting Goku, and that's assuming he doesn't get speed blitz before he even tries to attack.
Bro, JJK fans, I think it's because JJK is a newer anime. I think people grabbed onto it and clasped onto it as it was like dropping. Like people were like, yo, JJK, like it was the most hype thing out. So people who watched very little to no anime just jumped on it and was like, oh my god, this is so amazing. I gotta glaze it, I gotta write it, I gotta do it. But it was like their first or second, maybe third anime. They didn't really know nothing about anime, so that's how you get takes like Gojo and Sukuna. They on the Dragon Ball verse, and like that's how you get dumb takes. I'm pretty sure that's how you got those takes.
I don't know. It's just crazy to me that we don't be seeing people say as much stuff about Sukuna fans when compared to Gojo fans. You Sukuna glazers are lucky that this guy's fan base takes the brunt of the hate, because some of you guys are up there with the worst of them. This segment is going to be kept a bit shorter than usual, mostly because I don't really see too much Minato glaze. And that's not me saying it doesn't exist.
Listen. It's okay. It's cool to glaze him. He's a really good character. You know what I'm saying? Every time he's on the screen, he's doing something captivating. My issue is when someone says, oh, that's my favorite character, bro. What? He's so cool. He's so clean. How? He don't even got no screen time until the end of the series, really. How is that your favorite character? For that to be your favorite character, that just really blows me. I don't understand how that's possible for you.
I just haven't come across it. Like, something I commonly see Minato fans talking about is how he had no overpowered Kekkei Genkai, or that he wasn't a reincarnation of an Otsutsuki, so he was pure talent and dedication, making all the things he did that much more impressive. And can I really blame them? Those are true statements. In Naruto, we typically see a lot of other characters with some crazy advantage because of their clan or something, but Minato was able to become Hokage and become the strongest one at
That's one of the no cap though. He's very swaggy. He's very swaggy. He's very saucy. That Rasengan, that Flying Rising, that Rasengan he put in Obito's back, that is so fire, so cold, so iconic. I love that scene. But I don't know. I don't understand how this can be your favorite character.
That, besides Naruto and Hashirama and Kakashi, just ignore those guys. Genuinely asking, are people saying he's a top tier or something? Maybe it's the Flying Raijin or the run-on sight order that got people in the chokehold. His reign as Hokage was
run-on sight order
because it was so short. To be honest, I don't really see what people are talking about.
They be spamming a run-on sight order, but it's many more ninja that are colder than him. Okay, not many more. Let me not put sauce on it, but it's a lot of ninja that's colder than him. A good amount of ninja that's colder than him with no run on sight, or no official flee on sight order. think it's safe to say Minato is fast enough to beat Flash now. He literally just teleports. And Flash literally can phase through physical objects by moving so fast, vibrating so fast, that his molecules and atoms, because like nothing is really touching anything in this planet, in this world, but he can vibrate so fast to where his atoms on an atomic level can phase through another physical object. You feel what I'm saying? Teleport be damned. I can't say you're faster than that. I cannot.
This is an interesting one. The Flash? Oh, okay, I think I understand now. There are some of y'all who be giving this man crazy glaze. He is not beating the Flash. I don't care if he dodged the Raikage or anything. That teleportation is not fast enough. The yellow Flash is nothing to the actual Flash. How did you delude yourself into believing this? Minato fans, you dead gotta defend yourself. Does this guy speak for you guys? Dang, this is so crazy. Bro, who's the last character on the list?
Kill on me, bro. I ain't got no prime. Not prime. Premium. And he hit me with a double whammy, you scumbag. On my screen.
And last but
Roll
certainly not least,
I don't know how he didn't make episode 1. Oh, he made it to he got 2 other episodes without Batman.
We have Batman. Batman is one of the 3 most iconic superheroes of all time, and easily, in my opinion, the most glazed character, not in anime, cartoons, comics, but in fiction. I like Batman, but I don't really have many positive things to say about the Glazers. These guys are easily the most delusional fan base I've ever seen. These guys will yap about Batman and his prep time and how he'll be able to beat anyone with it. If you watch WWE and you know who Paul Heyman is, it's like that type of glazing.
Dangerous, a beast slayer, a conqueror, the goat of all goats, to, like they say, at the end of the match, the ultimate needle mover, the head of the table.
God,
these fans are the same.
I'm about to say, come up for air, brother.
That Batman will beat Kratos without prep time. Like, what are we doing here? Sure, this man is stronger than the average human, but he gets bodied by Kratos. You see Kratos pummeling Baldur right here? Yeah, each one of those hits are murking Batman on the spot. Batman fans will clamor about Gotham being so difficult to deal with threats like Bane, Clayface, and the Joker, the Penguin. No one except Batman, the strongest and smartest character ever, is able to beat these guys. In reality, if any hero willing to murk or cripple these guys were in Gotham,
I will say though,
beat these guys.
Hey, this Batman right here, when he used to do this,
the Penguin, no one except Batman, the strongest and smartest character ever, is able to beat these guys.
Walk away with the turn the cape to a cloak and walk away. This was peak Batman swag.
In reality, if any hero willing to murk or cripple these guys were in Gotham, Gotham will be chilling in like a month. Like, I think symbiote Spider-Man could do some real damage in Gotham, to be honest. Honestly, Batman could probably do better in Gotham himself if he just started to use his resources better. Like, I know it's against his rules, but just start shooting people. I'm pretty sure some lead in the Riddler's chest is putting him out of commission for a little bit. We all saw how Iron Man was handling enemies in his first movie. Can Batman not do similar things? He's coming up with all these gadgets and gizmos when there's probably a more straightforward solution. It doesn't help that Batman be getting got from his writers too when he's able to fight and beat Superman, or shoot, when he just straight up boxes up Darkseid. It's things like these that fuel the fire of Batman glaze. A regular human shouldn't be able to do this. Like, you cannot tell me that there isn't some sort of plot involved in this. Why is Batman so strong to these guys? Am I missing something? Is there some sort of power up that he got in the new issue that made him so strong?
It's the Tibetan monks. They taught him chakra control, so now he can punch harder.
Why can't he beat everyone? If your answer is because of money and technology, then why is Gotham such a problem for him? Another thing a lot of Batman glazers do is that they will treat a lot of the ideals of Batman and take them to heart as if he's a sane individual. Batman has done a lot of messed up things throughout his various comics, and fans just go with it. Batman is insane. He just hides it well. There's of course the sheer absurdity of the billionaire dressing up as a bat to fight criminals because his family got murked and he still hasn't gotten over the trauma, which he probably should get more therapy for. He also quite literally does the same thing over and over.
That's his therapy, low-key. You know what I'm saying? Everyone got their own version of therapy. You just got to find it. Like, that could be his driving down the highway, music blasting, you know what I'm saying? Windows down, singing along. That's that for him. You know what I'm saying? Busting up thugs on a random Wednesday night.
Again, and expects a different result when handling some of his villains. Y'all should have known this was getting brought up, but what is the fans?
She was trying to dump the stick at me. It's empty. Stop. It's she's
expects a different result when handling some of his villains. Y'all should have known this was getting brought up, but what is the fans' defense behind the handling of the Joker? Are we saying that it's because of plot? My bad. We actually can't say that though, because if we assume Joker has plot armor, then we have to assume a lot of the times Batman should have got murked is also plot armor. And we all know Batman has none of that. Personally, I've just accepted
I know I didn't just see what I just see.
Batman should have got murked is also plot armor. And we all know Batman.
Did he just make him shoot himself? He just made him, brother. What?
Has none of that. Personally, I've just accepted that these two are crazy people, along with the tippity top of the Batman glazers. Some
Aren't those dark side beams that he shoots like endless and like they track you anywhere until they hit you?
the Batman glazers have ruined his character, and honestly, that's rough to see for one of the most popular characters of all time. Okay, so what's that, like 6-7 characters I'm talking about today? So now I think I got all the main offenders for real. I'm trying to upload more often. I got more videos queued up for this month.
Hey, WVid though, these definitely fantastic synopsis of the glaze of the characters. WVid, shout out Olama Sama.